Hello girls, welcome back to my channel. Today we will talk about the cartoon made by Disney Channel, The Proud Family, and my opinion about it. I watched the cartoon but also a few videos about The Proud Family. To begin, I don't like the cartoon The Proud Family. For me, this cartoon reinforces stereotypes of black people instead of giving something valuable to the black community. My first argument is about the main character. Her name is Penny. Penny is African American, so she's 100% black. So why does her appearance look more like a mixed girl than a black girl? Don't tell me yes, black people come in all shapes, all textures of hair. Yes, it's true, but the majority of us have dark skin and afro hair. It reminds me a video for a mixed guy.
All my lovely African brothers and sisters out there, the reason why African Americans want to delineate from you guys is because they truly believe that they don't look like you. Why is this? Well, they are the staunch enforcers of the one drop rule, where they even think that their representation looks like mixed race mulattoes. This has been a psychological operation happening for decades. Look at this cover of the Ebony magazine, the top 10 most beautiful African American women. You have Lena Horne and you have Sherry Belafonte Harper, two mixed race mulatto women on the front cover of Ebony magazine, the most beautiful black women in America. Not to mention, you have Barack Obama, who they believe is the first black president. He's not. He's the first mulatto president. Here's him even saying that he's mixed race.
A mixed kid from Hawaii, born to a single mom, is not likely to become president of the United States.
Also, if African Americans are trying to delineate from Africans, why are they so pressed about Tyler identifying as colored and not black American? Just like I said earlier, they want to enforce the one drop rule when it benefits them. So they want to get away from their African roots so they can be more mixed race. You see it with all their representation. Everybody that represents them is mixed race. Somebody like me who actually is mixed race is very proud of my African ancestry. That's why I have Africa tattooed on the back of my arm, because I love Mother Africa, and my roots and my blackness comes from the great continent of Africa.
Who denounce how black Americans, and I say black Americans, but also few Africans, love being represented by mixed people and have a problem with their blackness. And I agree with him. Why in the majority of cartoons or sitcoms, the black girl is always represented by a mixed girl or someone with mixed look? Just look at the head you give. In the book, the girl is dark skin, but in the movie, they change it to a mixed girl. Same with Children of Blood and Bone, where Princess Amari is represented by a mixed girl, and I don't put the fault only on the actress, because it's also the public who must show their disagreement with this type of representation. Because many black women denounce this problem, but still support this type of show. Watching this type of show instead of boycotting and watching shows where black girls are really represented by black girls and not mixed girls have consequences. The erasure of black girls, the change of beauty standards into something more Eurocentric, and the improvement of colorism in the black community. I don't think in the white community a mixed girl can represent a white girl. So why do we do that in the black community? I have a lot of respect for Zendaya, who refuses roles where she must act as a black girl. I have respect for Zendaya, not for the idiot Amanda Stenberg. Secondly, I don't like the character Dijonay Jones. For me, she incarnates the stereotypical black girl, loud, superficial, ratchet attitude. First, look at how she stands. Butt and chest are lighted, which participates in the hypersexualization of black girls, and also how she acts with superficial manners. She leaves her friend Penny for a boy and at this sexy hour that had been unhealthy for a girl of her age, and I found really unhealthy how a creator represented her. This character reinforced stereotypes about black women, like black women are superficial, always care about sex or men, loud and ghetto. In many Black American sitcoms, we always have this dynamic. The light skin are the main character and the dark skin are the side chick friends. It's the same dynamic you see in American movies, with the white girls as the lead character and the black girls as the side chick. Dijonay is dark skin side chick. She exists only because Penny allows her to exist. She doesn't have any background story. Instead, we gave her a big family and made her play the role of the parent of 9 siblings. Another stereotype about black people, that black parents have many children and don't care about them. Because of racist cartoons Penny Proud, like Proud Family, with a lot of stereotypes about black people, many dark-skinned girls are insecure about their skin color, their Afrocentric feature, and their Afro hair. Thirdly, another short argument is about the character Maya. Some people will argue Maya is here to balance the image of black women because she is woke, educated, and not hypersexualized. For me, not really, because she incarnates another stereotype of black women, the woke black girl. Just to be precise, I am not woke and I'm more against the wokeist movement, the new wokeist movement with LGBTQ+ or anything like that. Because I will never support a movement financed by people outside my race, like Soros, who also finance wars in the world to participate in the downfall of Africa and the segregation of black people. I am not stupid enough to fall into that trap. So Maya represents the new generation of wokeism. She fights for equality, for better integration of black people in America. For me, she represents the volunteer black girl. She is in every fight, but she doesn't understand we live in society where it's the strong girl who speaks and who imposes the laws, like the colonization, like the slavery, and everywhere in this world. Yes, she can continue to speak louder or do protest, but it will change nothing, because in this society she has no power, no money, no network, and no weapons, no guns, anything like that. Furthermore, the characteristic of the volunteer black girl is that she involved in all the fights. She fights against Asian races, Arab races, Latino races, and all types of oppression. On paper, it sounds good. She fights for a peaceful world, but she forgets that Asian people mistreat black people. There is a lot of colorism in Asian communities. Arab people were the first to enslave black people, and Latino communities also mistreat black people. And there is a lot of colorism in Latino community and Arab community. This volunteer black girl doesn't understand we live in a world where each community fights for their own problems. While you will help your neighbor if you also need help and you don't have the insurance of a return. Every time the black community helps others, how many times do they help us back? Almost never, and it's normal. They prioritize their own community first. For me, a person like Maya is a threat for the black community because she conveys the idea that only integration is the way to freedom. Me, I'm not for integration. I'm for every community building its own society with their own standards. That is the way to take responsibility for no future and not depend on others. Know about the colorism episode, or how to make black women look like rage baiters, or to find problems where there aren't any problems. So there is a boy Noah. I will take the hypothesis that is mixed, and I think in the series is mixed. So Noah is the representation of beautiful boy, handsome and popular. He arrives at Penny's school and every girl wants to hang out with him, even Penny and her friends. Penny and her friends even leave their boyfriend for Noah. So you see what kind of value the creators are promoting in this cartoon. But the problem is Noah is attracted to Zoe, a white girl, a Jewish girl. His type is not Penny or her friends, it's Zoe, because she's white. At first my opinion, there is no problem if Noah is only attracted to white women. If Noah is mixed, black and white, of course. Why? Because mixed children are much black as white, and they can identify with both communities. If Noah feels closer to the white community, it's right. You can't forbid someone to date only his community. And I asked if it was the opposite, if Noah was only attracted to black women. It is colorist? I don't think so. So to call this colorist because a mixed boy, half black, half white, is attracted only to white girls is nonsense. But I know the fault is with the creator of this cartoon. I don't think they did this without purpose. It's Disney Channel. There's a whole staff. They knew what they are doing in this episode. Under the cover of Colorism, they just pass subliminal message like black women are jealous of white women, or black women are much better. Remember, during the WW2 war, Disney Channel, Disney Channel, but also Marvel conveyed the message were in the part of propaganda, and conveyed the message Nazi were the evil. They convey the message Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the nuclear bomb was a good thing, was to end the WW2, the World War II. And also remember, in the Cold War, Marvel and Disney Channel represented the Soviets as evil. Remember, cartoons and sitcoms are here to convey propaganda, to convey message the government wants to convey to the population. Because of the backlash, they did a second episode about colorism. I only watched some extras. This time they addressed colorism directly and talked about the paper bag test. The beginning was good. If we raise the ratchet attitude of Dijonay, to counter the paper bag test, they organized a party to celebrate Dijonay's beauty as a dark-skinned girl. It was supposed to celebrate dark-skinned beauty, which is often erased in the modeling and beauty industry. And dark-skinned people start to shine in beauty industry thanks to Oliver Rustin. They bring a lot of dark-skinned modern South Sudanese model. But at the end, the party became a celebration of all beauties. Dark-skinned girls couldn't even have a moment just for themselves. And even worse, it also celebrated the same girls who are privileged by the paper bag test, who didn't even support Dijonay at the beginning. One more time, Disney Channel conveys the message that black women, especially dark-skinned girls, can be in the spotlight. This message is dangerous for black girls. As a dark-skinned girl, I don't want to be savior of every community. I celebrate only my beauty and I don't want others involved in my business. If you are not happy, create your own event to celebrate your beauty. Conclusion. So these are my arguments for why for me the Proud Family is problematic cartoon and why the black community needs to boycott it instead of watching. If you are still here, I will recommend you a few cartoons that are much better than the Proud Family and far from this stereotype. The first is Black Sands, The Seven Kingdoms by Black Sands Entertainment. If you like anime with fights set in ancient Africa, this is for you. The first season is on YouTube and the rest is in comic on their website. You can even support them because we need better representation of black people. Team 4 on Netflix. It's about 4 teenagers in Zambia who became superheroes over 2 seasons. So you can watch a lot of episodes and enjoy this series. Malika, the Warrior Queen. Unfortunately, there's just 1 episode on YouTube, but you can buy the rest on their website. and people like people recruiting Black Sands, Malika, Team 4 need no support, need of no money. Okay, no, for movies and series, we have the first series Best Friend in the World. I'm still in season 1, but I really like this series. It's talk about teenage issues like insecurity, jealousy, or even pedophilia. Friends from school. Personally, I love thrillers, and this is a Niger thriller about bullying and revenge. It's one of my favorite Niger movies because I prefer more thrillers than romance, and I find it really sad. There are not a lot of thriller in Nollywood movie, and there are a lot of romance movie. So for me, I love Nollywood movie, but I prefer more thrillers than romance movie. The third is The Boy Before Me. If you like The Fault in Our Stars, you will love this. It's about sickness. I personally really like this movie because The Fault in Our Stars. I watched that when I was 10 years old, and I really like it. I find this movie really emotional, and The Boy Before Me remember the food in our start, but in African way. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell me which was your favorite part. You can also go to Wattpad to read my book, Dark Skin, Strong Soul, and Blood. And also check on my second channel, Now You See a Story, where I tell short story with dark-skinned girls as the main character. I'm also working on a big project. You will see some photos soon on my Instagram, so please follow me there. I wish you all the best and see you in the next video. Bye!